In Buddhism, learning to be alone is not about isolation or loneliness, but rather about discovering inner peace and self-sufficiency. The Buddha taught that true happiness does not come from external attachments, but from understanding the nature of the self and the impermanence of the world. One of the most powerful Buddhist teachings related to being alone is impermanence. Everything in life is transient. Relationships, emotions, material possessions, and even our physical bodies. Clinging to people or things for happiness leads to suffering because they are constantly changing. By embracing impermanence, one can develop detachment and find solace in solitude without feeling abandoned or lost. This does not mean rejecting relationships or society, but rather cultivating a mindset where one is not dependent on others for emotional stability. When a person realizes that everything is temporary, they stop fearing solitude and instead see it as an opportunity for self-exploration and spiritual growth. The ability to be alone without feeling lonely is a mark of deep wisdom in Buddhism, as it allows one to find joy within rather than seeking it outside. Another significant teaching in Buddhism that helps in learning to be alone is self-inquiry and understanding the nature of the mind. According to Buddhist philosophy, the mind is constantly influenced by desires, attachments, and external stimuli, which lead to suffering. Many people fear solitude because they are afraid to face their own thoughts and emotions. However, the Buddha emphasized the importance of self-reflection to recognize the illusions and delusions created by the mind. Through self-inquiry, one can examine their fears, attachments, and false identities, realizing that the sense of self is ever-changing and conditioned by past experiences. This understanding fosters inner strength, reducing the need for external validation. When one learns to observe their own thoughts with detachment and clarity, they no longer feel restless in solitude. The ability to remain alone without seeking distractions signifies an advanced stage of mental discipline and awareness, leading to true contentment. A third crucial Buddhist principle in learning to be alone is loving kindness and compassion for oneself. Many people struggle with solitude because they experience self-criticism and doubt when they are by themselves. Buddhist teachings encourage individuals to cultivate self-love and kindness, treating themselves with the same compassion they extend to others. Instead of seeking approval from society, one learns to embrace their imperfections and accept themselves as they are. The practice of metta helps in developing an unconditional sense of love, reducing feelings of loneliness and unworthiness. When a person generates kindness towards themselves, they no longer fear solitude, but see it as a nurturing space for self-care and healing. Moreover, extending this loving kindness to all beings creates a sense of interconnectedness, dissolving the illusion of isolation. True aloneness in Buddhism is not emptiness or sadness, but a profound experience of being complete within oneself. When one learns to be alone with self-awareness, impermanence, and compassion, they attain a deep sense of inner peace, free from the suffering caused by dependency on external factors. Embracing solitude through Buddhist wisdom is not about retreating from life, but about stepping into a space of deep self-discovery and peace. When you learn to be alone, you cultivate an unshakable foundation of inner strength, allowing you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. You no longer seek external validation because you realize your true worth comes from within. This journey requires patience and practice, but in the end, it leads to profound contentment. Solitude is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher, guiding you towards self-awareness, freedom, and enlightenment. Trust in the wisdom of the Buddha and embrace the path to true inner peace.